to say, or I guess I should just be okay with you being a provider because that's what men are supposed to do, right? Because the emotional neglect today is cheaper than the therapy we never get. Because it's easier to move on when you don't have to look your son in his eye or his mother in hers. Because obligation love isn't the same as unconditional love. Trust me, I know that one all too well. It's as deep as the earth's core because I love you that way. And that may be why I just rather not. I just rather stop. I just rather God show me how to stop loving you. Because today is just not a good day for a war to begin. Because I gladly stand on the front line. Because love is worth fighting for. But then again, why bother going to war when I could just love again? Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. That is really beautiful. Like I was telling Taekwondo, that's a hard hit. That's coming from the soul, deep down in the soul of a woman, you know? A woman that is passionate and understanding, you know, to life for the child and his father and as a mother expressing the deep depth of the heart, you know? Soul power, baby. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Thank you.
That's real. It's real.
Thank you.
That's really beautiful. So, you know, I know that's going to be beautiful for you. You know, for those that understand that where it's coming from. You know, that's soul power.
The older I get.
All right. We are back. Bottom Up Podcast. And y'all know I'm Serica, your host. Co-host Shakay sitting over there. Listen, we got a great show planned for you all today. But this is a show you definitely need to tune into because this is where we talking about all things black people, black culture, black history, you know, the good stuff. And as you know, before we get started, we always like to give you something to think about. Step, roll the clip.
This is going to piss a lot of struggling black people off, but I need to say this. As a black man who has came from nothing, from the struggling side, who became into wealth, I have to say I understand why the wealthy, because I always just question, like, why the wealthy black people don't help the black people at the bottom. And as a person of wealth that's black, I kind of understand it now, right? So it's like, if I help you, somebody at the bottom, I give you money, right? Because y'all don't want education, y'all don't want knowledge, y'all don't want to do better. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying all, it's 1% that actually want to do better out of the 17, out of the actual poverty number. All right, but it's only a 1%. Out of the 17.9 is the 1% that actually want to be something in life. The rest of them, I don't think want to be anything. So it's like all they want is handouts. They want things given to them. I give you money. You don't know how to keep money. What you're going to do is what you did exactly with the PPP loans, with the stimulus checks. You're going to go shopping. You're going to go buy things. You're going to go on trips. You're going to have crab boils. You're going to do all that stuff. You're going to buy the Gucci. You're going to buy all that stuff. I'm not going to build in the hood where, because real estate development, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to build in the hood because the hood is going to destroy it. Now my money is it's cooked, right? And then who has to pay to fix it? Me. My corporations and my partners and everything. That doesn't make any sense. Then also, you have the risk of being killed by your own people because they don't want to see you where you at. Then, when you do say something, like, for example, I'm probably going to get a bunch of these comments, and you be like, yo, man, that's not cool. You should be doing that. You should be moving to the next level. You get a mind your business. Why are you worried? I had a goofball say to me yesterday, I think he was trolling. If I'm buying a cybersecurity company, which we're finishing that up, why am I worried about people on welfare? So even when we say, we try to give you guys game and knowledge and everything like that, you get stupid poor people like that say stuff like that. Don't worry about us. Mind your business. You shouldn't be worried about us. All types of stuff like that. Once we give you advice and stuff. So I can continue, keep going with this. On why it's a waste of time to help them. It's a waste of time. Go on my videos. You'll see 2 whiteboard videos. I showed 100%, by the way, how you can make a business that do not fail. Didn't offer to sell you anything, no course, nothing like that. I showed how you can make a business that cannot fail. 100% guaranteed success rate and is recession proof. So while everybody is struggling, everybody's going to be cooked in 2026, by the way. Everybody's going to be cooked. You will be the only one succeeding with people like myself and all of my people that's with me. And the government, by the way. So, and the rich people. So, like, the rich people, the government, and which we work with the government. So, it's like, you get the point. But all of the people who are poor, like this, they won't take the time to learn anything. I have to ask a question. When it comes to the black women that's in the hood, not all, most of them, what other skill set do you have other than shaking ass? I just want to know. I just want to know. Like, skill sets. You're going to be left behind. Again, with this AI thing, our people are going to be left behind. And then y'all going to be blaming systematic oppression and racism when the choice is yours. And then again, the wealthy, we can't say nothing to y'all because y'all don't want to hear anything. I always just questioned that. Like, why don't they help us when I was there? And now as I'm there, I now understand.
All right. We here. We back. Bottom Up Podcast. Step, Shakay, I listen. I like to bring stuff on for people to think about. My hair a little lopsided though, but we gonna fix that. That's okay right though. I always like to bring stuff up so people can talk about it, make you think, right? And I y'all know I'm a TikTok lover, so I'm over there on TikTok. I don't even know this guy. He just, I read the caption and then I started listening, right? Now, Step, Shakay, I want to hear from y'all because I done heard it. What y'all think about what he was saying?
I mean, listen, okay, so sometimes I was thinking about that, like, I don't think some of the communities have a lot of those conversations about entrepreneurship or generational wealth. And sometimes when they do hear it, they hear in that deliverance. So sometimes it can come off like offensive to them. Mm-hmm. But I think normalizing general wealth conversation, normalizing entrepreneurship, because those aren't conversations that are had. Conversations are had, one text that will be sent out numerous of times when the Section 8 list open. Mm-hmm. That will get so many hits, the lines would be busy, all that. But if we have a workshop like the Wheel of Economics, which is also free, and this is something that teaches generational wealth, like they're not having those conversations because those are not getting all that much exposure. It's not being spread around because it's not something that's talked about. So I think I think that's why I'm here too, is to have those conversations, and those conversations coming from me and where I'm coming from, where that was our conversation, is the Section 8 list or this and that, or I didn't talk about what workshop had for small business, or this class over here teaching financial literacy, or at this shop they have this here. Those conversations weren't talked about. So that's another reason why I think as I began to, dig more into what I want to do, I want to normalize having those conversations, having those mixers where that's more talked about. So generational wealth is something that they're looking into when they're on TikTok. So they're getting their ideas, and they're getting more because it's more to life than football and basketball.
Okay. Well, Steph, what about you? He hit a couple. He hit some nerves.
Yeah.
He was saying some stuff, but yeah.
I think he was spot on.
You think it was spot on?
I think the quickest way to get money into white people's hands is to give it to black people.
Ooh.
It never fails. It's like we got like pouring water in a bucket full of holes.
Wow.
We'll give it right to them.
Wow. Yeah. Well, listen.
Do you know who's the number one purchaser of Mercedes-Benz? Black people.
Well, I think a lot of what he was saying was coming from now being in a position that he has it, and it did come off offensive. It does come off offensive, but that's okay, right? To be offended because a hit dog will holler.
Yeah.
If it didn't bother you, if he wasn't talking to you or talking about you, it wouldn't bother you. Now, I don't aspire to be that type of, black wealthy person. I'm not there. I'm going there. I'm getting there. I don't aspire to be the type that talks that way to people who are in a different class than me. I don't aspire to do that at all, in no way, fashion. That's just not who I am. But I do think a lot of what he said is true when he brought up about AI. Our people being behind in AI. That is very true. I can tell he's into tech. Look at his background. He's into tech.
Yeah, you can see that he's definitely into tech.
So I definitely appreciate his honesty. Because that's what we need more of. We need more honesty. And I also appreciate, his perspective of both, coming from poverty and then gaining wealth. I appreciate those. His delivery, and then he was talking when he went to talking about, the black women in the hood. What do you have to offer? And I was like, no, that one right there, I don't really vibe with that, because we can do both, Step. We can shake our ass and we can be educated. Like, why you look?
A lot of them also in they shaking their ass because a lot of them are paying to go to school.
Yeah.
So a lot of them,
the naked hustle still pays the bill. It still pays the bill. I mean, I've never done it, Step. I'm saying. I support the naked hustle. If that's if hey, look, if things get any harder, you ain't from the look.
A little rum shaking ain't hurting nobody.
Nobody.
Especially to pay some bills.
No, a bill? That's an honest day's work right there. What are you talking about? I ain't never hurt nobody. I'm all for it. I'm all for us having some tough conversations, right? And I can say, as far as my approach with the podcast and the things I'm doing, I don't run from tough conversations. I don't go looking for them, but if they come my way, square up. Let's talk about it. You know, I'm ready to talk about whatever it is. And I do think that is a conversation that has to be had more. And it has to be had from an accountability standpoint. So yeah, I don't even know who dude was because he was on TikTok and then he didn't inspire me to want to go follow him or anything, but he brought out a lot of like, let me see if I send this to him, put this on the podcast, what people are gonna think. So that's why I brought it up.
I mean, it's one of those hard truths.
Yeah, it is. All right, y'all. So listen, it's October 16th. Do y'all know what happened on October 16th in 1995? People, do y'all know? Do you know?
No.
October 16th, 1995. Step. October 16th, 1995.
Nah, I don't know.
Oh, man. Well, October 16th, 1995 was the day we had the Million Man March on Washington. 1 million black men marched on Washington to come together to talk about the black man's role in the community, in family, in the state, in the city, in the country. 1995. 1995. I wasn't in high school yet. I was about to go to high school.
I was in Crystal
You know, I went. So, you know, I thought that was very, you know,
It's 20 years.
it's something. Okay, so what have we done? Let's black men.
Whoa.
1995. I ain't no black man, so I can't have
black
to
man.
step. It's on you. You got to carry the load today for the black man. From 1995.
20 years ago, right?
From 1995 till
No, 30.
2025.
I ain't really good with math.
What has the black man done with the progress, evolution, growth of then and now the Million Man March? Where are we? The state of the black man. Give us the rundown.
State of the black man. I think one progress we have made since 1995. I think we've gone past 1995. You got to remember that was mass incarceration.
Yeah.
That was the Clinton
Yep.
crime bill.
Crime bill.
The,
Three strike shot. Mm-hmm.
yeah, we have our incarceration numbers have improved.
You know what?
I got to give us credit for
No,
that.
That say our incarceration numbers have improved.
Yes.
Whoa.
Hey.
Really?
Yeah, I really believe so.
Oh, so that's what we got to get. That's the state of the black man right now.
That's the start.
That's the start.
That's the start.
I
staying
mean,
out of jail.
I can't speak on it. You know, I ain't no black man. I like
Um,
black men to have it.
We've also, let me see. We've gotten away from selling drugs as popular as it used to be.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we went from selling drugs to now we're scamming.
Scamming.
Yeah.
Scamming.
Scamming.
But at least our communities aren't littered with drug addicts and crackheads walking around.
Oh, they aren't?
I don't think so. Not as far as back
Well,
then.
we had functional crackheads.
Yeah, they just can't function now.
They can't
sleep.
function now. They
be
linked
sleep.
over. They
Yeah.
slumped.
They
You know,
slumped.
they is not
They don't care where they
functioning.
go to sleep at.
We had
Professional.
crackheads that will go to work,
Yeah.
that would literally clock in, be supervisors,
Yeah.
teachers,
I don't know
Principals.
too many.
Lawyers.
lawyers,
Judges.
whatever, all that.
Run it.
I must say, look. Our parents' generation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they was
not-
junkies.
They was tore up.
They were
Whoa,
junkies.
and
yeah.
they was like
They was
hard
They were
hard
hard
junkies.
Hard
Like,
drugs.
Hard.
It wasn't nothing to do a line.
It wasn't
nothing to do a
nothing,
line. They
like-
would bump a line in a minute. Like it was just common.
Like it was so common. Like the pastors was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the pastors had hoes, cause they was doing it. Like yeah, my mama don't like my mama.
You talking low again?
Oh, I'm talking low again.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Our parents' generation, it was like,
They
But
was
they-
the worst.
Yeah, they had Woodstock.
Yes.
Like when we talk about like how people talk about Freaknik, Woodstock.
oh boy.
Okay, they was passing chlamydia around like lollipops.
Listen.
They was doing it. You know, like
They set the foundation.
yeah.
Now our grandparents, most of our grandparents knew what they was conservative. They knew what they
Very
was doing.
conservative.
They were very
You know,
conservative.
very
now.
But
conservative.
the generation they raised,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What you think happened? Like, our grandparents were conservative. Even though the men, my opinion, the men never changed.
They didn't evolve.
They didn't evolve because they were still who they were, but they took care of home. They went to work. You know what I'm saying? They made sure their family was taken care of,
Even though they had another family across town.
Exactly. And you want to know what else they did? If that was your cousin, you played with that was your brother or your sister, but y'all was in each other's life. That was either gonna be your cousin or somebody, but they were in each other's lives, so they kept their families together.
Mm-hmm.
But it is like the women, like what happened? Is it because the kids seen that? And they was like, oh, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to be strong like my mom. I see my dad have 2 families, this and that. And is that what changed it?
I mean,
I think the women taught their daughters to be independent, and I think the women just girl bossed a little too hard.
well, I do. Let me balance that off a little bit. I do think our parents taught us to be more independent. And keep in mind, our parents, my mom didn't have her. She lost her mom at a young age. But let's just say that generation, our grandparents,
Right.
right.
My mom lost
That
her mom at
generation,
12.
that generation, women, black women, didn't have a right to vote. Couldn't own a house. Couldn't have a bank account. None of that was a right of theirs. Everything they had was in the man's name. So they had to put up with Uncle Johnny having a family over here because they couldn't have the shit on their own.
Right.
So they had to rely on the man having it because there were
What generation you talking about?
our grandparents.
No.
Step.
Black women got the right to vote in the 70s.
So Step, how my mom was born in 60.
I mean, when she was old enough to vote.
I'm talking about her mom, their grandparents. I'm not talking about my mom. I'm talking about the grandparents. I'm not talking about my mom. If my mom was born in 60, if the voting rights came in 70, that means her mom went through not having 10 years prior to she was born.
Okay.
Okay?
When was your grandma born?
You're going too deep back right now.
For them not to have the right to vote, they had to be born before in the 40s.
I'll say this.
Right, they
My
40s,
mom-
50s or whatever, but then the right to vote.
Not the 50s, the 40s.
The 40s or 50s, because if they got it in 70s, 18, you could vote.
Okay.
Okay, so we were
Early 50s.
okay, early 50s.
Early
Got
50s,
you.
early 50s.
But
If
here's
you're
the
talking outside early 50s, I don't want to hear that. Because even if you did, you were still in your early 20s
Well,
when you had your right to
But
vote.
then listen, even let's say this. You're talking even if let's say that generation is right there on that cusp where they had it, it was before. They had but they didn't have the education. They didn't have the awareness. They didn't have the resources. They were already afraid to do any of this. So you talk about a generation. You talk about a generation that didn't have it, walking into a new, now we got it. What do we do with it? Where do we educate? They not teaching. You weren't in school like that. That stuff wasn't done.
I'm gonna say the black man didn't have that much more rights than the woman.
No, but they were men. The patriarchal, they were above, a little above. I'm not saying, you know, one had it easier or harder. That's not the comparison here. What I'm saying is, when we talk about the women teaching their daughters to be independent, it came from having to be too dependent and not have anywhere to go. So you had to put up with them kicking your ass. You had to put up with them having babies on you. You had to put up with them having another family. You had to put up with all of that, because where the hell you gonna go? Society did not put up with you leaving your husband or having a divorce. Where you going? So they taught their daughters.
Stuff was like crazy. Like what they took them through at welfare, like they had to know who was buying what, or how did they get this put here.
And they would check. They would literally come into the house or go into the closet if it's a man's tie or clothes or something, all that. But then that became, okay, definitely government interference. Government interference played a huge role in the dynamic shift in how we engage with each other. Okay, it played a huge role. Yeah. Okay. Be it warranted or unwarranted, let's just say that's what it is. And I'm not blaming nobody other than government interference into the black family dynamic, okay? Right. But here, let me say this. There's not enough conversation around the trauma passed on from grandparents to parents to daughters, and to now the children. A lot of these responses we're having to each other are trauma responses. We're speaking to each other from trauma, and it ain't even our damn trauma. It ain't even our damn trauma that we speaking from. You know, so I don't engage in the whole conversation around, black men, black men. I don't know, that shit is outdated, and it become, it's raggedy.
I think it's predominant on like TikTok.
Yeah, it's raggedy. It's so raggedy it's like y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about.
You know what the new wave is?
What?
I don't never want to have kids. That's the new wave. That's the new wave.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna highly recommend it if you're not ready or nothing. That's not what I'm gonna do. Or if you're not prepared, it definitely
They like never.
Look. I'm saying if in today's society, if I was fresh, brand new out the gate, virgin, walking out right now, take me off the list.
You
take me off the list
to having kids like now.
Absolutely. When you do it right, it's so easy.
But to raise them in how things are now.
Absolutely. 2-parent households aren't struggling.
2-parent households aren't struggling like one single parent household. That is very much true. However, what I want people to wrap their mind around, our community. We keep talking about the 2-parent household, the 2-parent household, the 2-parent household, the family dynamic. Guess what? We have a generation of single mothers. We have a generation of single fathers. We have a generation of aunties and uncles and grandmas and brothers and sisters raising these kids. That's what we have. So we have to now wrap our mind around the idea of the family dynamic being mixed of whatever the hell you got. If your grandma and uncle raising you, that's your family.
But they did that back then too, and they told a lie. And then it came out as they got older, so that was another piece of trauma. You just blew me. You say they did what? Because you said we got aunties and cousins and aunties raising these kids too, so it's a mixture. Okay, break that down to me so I can make sure.
Well, I'm saying what I was saying was whatever your family dynamic is, that's your family. And it is going to work as long as everybody is pouring into that child, Okay. So I'm not saying it like it just need to be 2 parents, a man and a woman or whatever. I'm saying whoever is in the goddamn house with them kids, your job as a family is to pour into that kid, teach that kid, show them the right way, guide them, protect them, and do all that. It don't matter how many people in the house. And the more people in the house, probably the better for that child, because with
a lot of life lessons.
Yeah,
different personalities and different people's and different experiences.
My son 5 years old in kindergarten. He come home from school. Sometimes I can help him with his homework, but his sister normally the one helping with his homework. But before he started going to school, he was out 2 weeks. He was in boot camp with my daddy. My daddy was teaching him algebra. He had you want something to eat because he loved grits. My daddy told him, you ain't getting no more grits till you learn how to spell them. He learned how to spell grits, right? So his way of teaching him is different. But my son don't like when my dad help him do his homework. He can help him do his homework. He don't like it. But it's still a good part of his upbringing because he's learning more from my dad than he is for me because I don't have the time to teach him that homework the way my dad do because he's there when he's getting out of school, right?
And he's also getting that same thing that you got from your dad as well.
But my dad wasn't that hard with me.
Really?
Though. No.
Oh, but you were a girl.
I'm a girl.
Too,
my dad
though.
wasn't that hard with me. Like how he talked to my son. And then I'm mama, and look, my son got me wrapped around his finger, so I don't really take but what? I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker, boy. Omega, man, Omega had his hand on my window. I say, Omega, take your hand off my window. He say, Mommy, I was just trying to see how handsome I was. Look, so listen, he got me wrapped up, but the way my dad talks to him, even the way my brother talks to him, the way the men talk to him, the strength, that all of that, I know I have to let it happen, but internally, I be want to say, damn, y'all gotta talk to him like that, but they do. I know that is a dynamic, a relationship I'm not going to interfere in. Because they're teaching him something I can't teach him, right? Yeah. But listen, we got a lot to get into today, right? Where we gonna start? Let's see.
Allegiance to the flag.
You gonna pledge allegiance to the flag? Let's start here. Let's start with our good old high school alma mater, Blanche Ely High School. Step, what school you went to again?
I went to both.
You went to both, so you went to Ely and Dillard.
Yep, freshman year at Ely, last 3 years at the Almighty.
Listen, Blanche Ely, Dillard High School, Blanche Ely. Dillard actually was named by Mr. Ely, so we named them, so they're like our sons, or daughters.
Whichever.
We don't know. It depends. But we're gonna talk about Blanche Ely tonight. Listen. One thing I'm gonna do with y'all, because I always told myself that I was gonna make sure I be authentic and keep it real when I'm talking with you all. Now, I said let's talk about Blanche Ely. When I said let's talk about Blanche Ely, I want to make sure I tell this story in a way, and then I actually give the co-host here an opportunity, because she the one brought it to my attention. When I'm sitting, listen, y'all know I be down at City Hall. I'm looking at the money. I'm trying to see what they doing with this downtown project, when the opportunities coming, where the money at, how do we get part of a $2 billion downtown project on MLK Boulevard. That's my mind around that. But
I come with the tea.
Shakay come with the tea.
I come with the tea.
Shakay come with the tea.
So here's the tea. Let me tell you. So yeah, now we got the tea.
So what's the tea?
I'll roll the clips.
Okay. So let me say this. What I'm not going to do, and what this will not be, is an indictment on any 1, 2, 3, 4 people. That's not my perspective on things. But I am aware of the conversations going on social media. People have been sending them to me, i.e. Shakay, sending them to me, right? So I'm looking. And one thing y'all know, listen, I like receipts. I like facts. Opinions are like, assholes. Everybody got one. I need the facts. People tell me the facts. What are the facts? So I made a couple calls to find out some things,
so dry.
and I will say this: there is a criminal investigation going on at Blanche Ely with some things that are happening. I don't know who all is involved. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know that because it's a criminal investigation. And much like when R. Kelly was under investigation, much like when Bill Cosby was under investigation, much like when P. Diddy, when Thugger, when anybody y'all want to name under investigation, guess what I do? I keep my mouth off them people till the verdict comes out of whatever it is. Because it's an investigation, and I'm not gonna go investigate. Ain't nobody paying me to investigate. My taxes pay BSO to investigate. BSO need to do their damn job and investigate and find out what happened. But then here, let me paint this picture for you all. This is where I am with it. Step. It's some stuff that say ET. It's a bunch of them. I just want you to just span them through. You ain't gotta stop. Just put them up there. Let me start talking about this. Okay, Blanche Ely High School. Blanche Ely High School on 6th Avenue in Pompano Beach, Florida. Blanche Ely High School, Orange and Green. Blanche Ely High School, brought to you by Blanche General Ely. Blanche Ely High School has been in the news so much lately, okay? I normally pay attention to them like when the games, if they go to state, you know, if something comes up good, that's what I look for.
It ain't really been the same though.
Huh?
It ain't really been the same.
It ain't. But let's keep this going. Step. What else we got? ET. Run all the ET. Okay. All right. Blanche Ely High School security guard accused of abusing student appears in court. Okay, something happened this just recently. This is 2025. Okay, let's keep going. What else we got, Step? South Florida assistant football coach accused of striking student during practice. BSO. Blanche Ely High School. Here we go again. Let's keep it going. What else we got? Blanche Ely High School an A-rated and ready for new school year. What else we got, Steph? What else we got? Shooting at Blanche Ely High School football game in Pompano Beach leaves one with non-life-threatening injuries. Blanche Ely High School. Let's keep it going. What else we got? 2 teens arrested, separate threats at 2 Broward schools. Blanche Ely High School and West Glades Middle School. What else we got, Steph? Person taken to the hospital after shooting near Blanche Ely High School football game. What else we got? Lockdown lifted. Person detained after reports of student armed with a gun at Blanche Ely High School. Let's keep it going. 12 students hospitalized after pepper spray incident at Blanche Ely High School in Pompano Beach, officials say. Okay. This is if you just type in Blanche Ely High School in Google. This stuff gonna come up, right? Now, Step, I want you to go to where it say BEHS. I want you to pull up BEHS. Okay? From math class to marketplace, here's how Blanche Ely High School students learn about entrepreneurship. Okay, go to the next one. Nonprofit opens health hubs at 2 Broward schools to support families cut ER visits. Now let me tell you this. I just put 2 things up, right? Great things, good things about Blanche Ely High School. I did not see none of that circulated the way I see what's being circulated right now on social media. I didn't see none of that. We talking about a school that is turning a math class to entrepreneurship. We need no entrepreneurship because that's what we need to talk about with generational wealth and getting these kids ready to make so more money because they gonna need to make money in order to survive, live, and thrive in this life. But listen, none of that, I ain't see none of that circulate.
I even asked them to send me some students so I can recognize them on the podcast so we can see that we do recognize them so they can have this type of stuff. So when you go on YouTube and you put in the podcast and they get to show, look, this is what I did. Like to recognize that I ain't got no feedback from that.
Okay. They opened up a health hub. A health hub.
I didn't even know this.
Nonprofit. You know, all these things, good things happening. But you don't even see that.
No.
But boy, look at him. When something bad happened, boy, that stuff hit it. Listen, it's been circulating, and I'm telling you, people are talking, and they are talking, and they are talking. But guess what? That's what people do on social media, because half of the people talking on social media, they ain't never been to a PTA meeting. They don't know what SAC is. They ain't never been to a commission meeting. Don't even know what downtown Broward at. They just talk on social media. That's fine. We got a lot of them. But then I say, Serica, dive a little more into this. Because this Blanche Ely High School, Pompano, we exit 36.
Exit 36.
We rep. We just had the tailgate. Look, my class, we trying to figure out how to raise money to create a scholarship for future entrepreneurs and students, right? So I'm that's what I'm thinking. We all working on that, but no. I'm telling you, Shakay, you hit me up. I'm talking about my phone been going through, but let me give y'all some reality. We got a reality video, and then we got some reality clips. Let's talk about the reality of Blanche Ely High School. Let's talk about the reality, people. And listen, take your feelings out. Well, you can keep your feelings in it. It don't even matter. It don't matter. I promise you. It don't matter. But we just gonna talk about the reality of Blanche Ely High School.
I think a lot of the stuff that's going on too over there is a lot of the emotions.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of this rage is emotional. None of this rage is even really thought out. Cause like the community and the staff, like all that together is a part of the problem. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how do we fix that? How do we fix that problem? But
wait, you say what?
The staff and the community, like all together, like it's a problem within.
The staff in the community, or the staff and the community?
Both.
Okay. Look, well here I'm staff in the community. That's what Shakay said. Staff in the community. You see reality, Step?
Not the video, I see the clips.
Okay, so pictures. Okay, so go ahead and put the pictures up of reality. Let's put some reality up here. Florida Board of Education signs off Wednesday on a major expansion of charter schools in the state, clearing the way for privately run schools to co-locate inside traditional public schools. Okay, y'all can choose to go ahead and continue to read that. But Step, what else we got? Florida approves major charter school expansion, allowing co-location in public schools. Y'all see who that is right there? It's our governor.
Look at the date.
That's our governor. Okay, look at the date, September 24th, 2025. What's the date? October 16, 2025. All right, which means now they have allowed for co-locations of charter schools in public schools. Blanche Ely is a what?
Public school.
A public school. Okay, let's keep going. Give me some more reality, Step. Broward A rating won't stop school closure, superintendent says. Okay, because I want to give y'all some reality. Okay, because you say it's the staff and the community. Okay, fine. That's a very detailed. That's very community based. It's very personal. But I'm talking about, let's do a 60,000 foot view. Step, also, I didn't send you this, but also I want to bring this up here. And I didn't put up here, but a list of 67 schools they say are the most under-enrolled schools operating at 70% or less of their full capacity. Okay? The list includes 45 elementary schools, 16 middle schools, 5 high schools, and 1 combined school. They make up nearly a third of all public schools in Broward County. The 5 high schools that's on that short list of schools to be possibly closed for low enrollment: Blanche Ely High School, Hollandale High, Northeast High, Plantation High, Stranahan High. So I'm saying this because you gotta really look at what's happening here. Last year, Blanche Ely High School was on a short list of schools to be possibly closed for low enrollment. People from the community fought to get Blanche Ely off that list, to keep them going. Okay? People fought for that. Going to these meetings, sitting in these long, boring ass meetings. And they fought. They stood up and said, hey, Blanche Ely is a community school. We want our school to stay open because of the history it has to us, the culture, and what it means to this community. Okay. Well, that worked for a minute.
Just a minute.
Okay. Because a couple years ago, there was an issue with a former principal, Mr. Johnson. People was going down there trying to get Mr. Johnson removed. Multiple times. I can remember hearing about it. I can remember being in meetings and it coming up. It actually made it to the city of Pompano Beach, which I don't know why people go to the city of Pompano Beach to complain about the schools when that's two different agencies. School board, city. Two, that's like going to Walmart and taking back something you brought at Target. What the hell are you talking about? Anyways, I want to make sure I point this out to you all because Johnson was no longer there. He was not the favorite, whether you like him or love him or whatever, he's gone. Okay. We've had multiple principals in a 10-year span. Okay. Mr. Williams is there now. He's a Blanche Ely graduate.
What year he graduated?
He's younger than me.
I don't know him.
Yeah, he's
and
younger
they be
than
like,
me.
oh, he went to Ely and this and that. I don't.
The enrollment in Ely is not fine. The enrollment at Ely is down 200. It is down. That is not fine. Not only that, let's go to this. Let me point out this too. Blanche Ely, not just Blanche Ely High School, okay? The county, Broward County, is in a landlock. Broward County is in a landlock, which means that landlock means they have nowhere else to build. So Broward County has been talking about, the school boards have been talking about repurposing some of these schools to build workforce housing. Y'all remember, what's that? Dave Thomas, right over there. Dave Thomas, that location that used to be a school, is going to be repurposed for workforce housing for teachers. Okay. Not just teachers. It's going to be for Broward County school people, period. Okay. Like if you work for Broward County School, it's going to be for that. How many units is going to be? I don't know. It could be anywhere from 80 to 200. I don't know. But all of these schools that are on lists to be possibly cut are closed down for whatever reason. They're on the list because of budget restraints. They're on the list because of budget restraints. Budget has nothing to do and don't care that this is a historically black school. They don't care that we love orange and green, that we bleed orange and green. They don't care nothing about the tailgate. They don't care nothing about the band. They don't care nothing about none of that. Your mama should have sent you to they don't care. Budget restraints. 1 + 1 got to equals 2. You got to make sure these numbers add up. On top of the fact, the governor the governor forfeited about $300 million of federal funding, which caused more cuts to education. And we keep cutting education. Public schools are getting gutted.
But school ain't even like it used to be anyway. Like when we got the last of going to school, they had home economics class. They had what do they call them? Like wood shop. You had home economics. You had the chef dem. You had graphic classes. You had financial classes. You had all those type of classes, and it's like we got the end of it. Because I remember Crystal Lake still had a wood shop, and I think Deerfield High still had like the automotive part, and they ripped all of that out of the school.
So it comes out because of funding.
Right. That's what I'm
Right?
saying.
It
Like with the
comes out-
funding, they
all of
took all that. All of the most important things got taken out of school.
All of that comes out for the funding. So listen, and everyone said money. Everybody, we're in Pompano. This is something I teach my entrepreneur class. They in ages from 14 to 17 years old. What city you in? Pompano. What county? Broward. What state? Florida. What country? United States. And the United States is built on capitalism. All this stuff y'all keep talking about, how we feel, our codes and what it don't mean nothing when we talking about money. Every student is a dollar value on budgets. Every student. And as much as I would love for us to sit around and point out who we need to remove and who can do better and who all that, we all can do better. We all can step up. But I guarantee you, if Blanche Ely's name keep coming down there to that school board, it's becoming a liability. And this is me. I'm taking my feelings out of it. It's becoming a liability. These are our kids. This is our community. These are our people. And we can't come together to figure out how to solve any types of problems. And we keep taking it to the school board to solve it. When they solve it, it ain't got emotions in it. It's what makes sense. What makes sense, line item. How much we gonna have to pay to remove, how much we gonna have to pay to put somebody in place. All these things, all of this stuff is a line item. And as much as we talk about how we feel or how we don't like something, okay?
But when I say emotions, I'm not saying like the school board. Like I'm saying like it's emotions. Like a lot of the actions that some of the staff have done to make the community act, and a lot of things that the community has done for the staff reaction. Like that part.
So back and forth.
Yes, like the back and forth, or like this person did this to this child, and instead of them having that conversation, because to get an understanding what your child did and why this happened, you have it's either some parents or address the issue wrong, or you got some teachers who you shouldn't have really said that to their child. Mm-hmm. So it's like those type of emotions go to rile up the bigger picture, because it could be something like just that small, and then now you mad about that. Oh, I'm finna go tell this happened right here.
Right. Well, isolated incidents for me are isolated incidents. Like I don't need to be, if I got a problem with the teacher, the way she taught with my child, for me, that's not the community business.
But that's what they do.
That's between me and her supervisor or his supervisor. And if it's not dealt with the way I need, I'll take it as far. But at no point do I feel, especially if I can't prove that this is a pattern this person has with other students. And even if it is, let's say it is a way to deal with it and let administration do that. But administration seems to be the problem with the community now, because I'm seeing that there's issues with administration. And if there's issues with administration, then who gets to pick or hire administration? Do we want the community to hire administration? Because I don't think that's within the bylaws or anything.
Yeah, that's what it's like going on right now. The community is higher administration, and it's like I don't even think they're going through like proper protocol. It's like who get you hired here, like, and they put in the word here. And this is all my opinion, mm-hmm. because like again, a lot of this stuff is like brewing, and social media is what's popular. So yes, you're right. This between me and the teacher, but that's not how these thinking, because you still have some teachers who would get on their social media. Oh, I had a student. Their mama spent $2,000 on shoes, but they got an F in this and this and that. It's like, why?
Mm-hmm. I see a lot of that on
like
TikTok
why? And then this child has the internet. This child know who you're talking about. Yeah, you didn't put the name on there, but you did it. Mm-hmm. Or you just told everybody, every class you got, nobody can get above a 70%. You're putting this on that. So this is when I say it's both sides that drives these issues, because now when you get this happen, you got the parents saying, oh, since you gonna embarrass my child, let me go ahead and do this, and this one we take it to a higher level, and this one we get the school board involved, and this one that happens. So that's when I say it's emotions, and it's both.
And I get the emotions of it, because especially with our children, I know how I am about my child. So I get going balls to walls about your child. It's jail or hell about me and mine. I get that. You know, I think what's happening too is that people the community is being pushed to take sides with something that needs to be handled. If it's a criminal investigation, let them handle it. Until then, taking a side, what taking sides gonna do? Do I get paid for being on either side? Do either side, you know, offer any type of coupons to Hooters
And I don't
10
think
piece?
either side deserves a kudos. Like it's a real issue that is crazy, and it has become out of control till there's a criminal investigation. Mm-hmm. It's become out of control.
Anytime a criminal investigation gets involved, it has gotten to a point where it is out of control for that. That being said, that has to be dealt with in the criminal aspect. Okay, but what does that have to do now, and what do the community do now? Because the criminal part ain't gonna fix the community. The criminal part ain't gonna say, hey, community, come together. Let's have a community meeting. Let's really talk about how do we move forward and bring it ain't gonna say that. So let's read some of these comments on Facebook. Here we got Connie McGirt. Yes, the enrollment is fine. These are classes being used for the dropout program. Those rooms should not be counted. But are they counted, Miss McGirt? They should not be counted, but are they being counted? Because if they're being counted against us. And regardless of how we think they shouldn't be, if they are, they're hurting us. Systematically, they are hurting us. I get it. The corrupt political leadership is the problem. It starts at the top and trickles down to the bottom. Trickle down is always an issue, but trickle down money never gets down. So how do the leadership attitude and personas trickle down and make it to the bottom, but never the money? The money never get down. The trickle down money never get here. But their way of doing and being seems to get to the community. What else we got here? They are counting the dropout prevention classes, which do not belong to us. But they don't belong to us, but they putting them with us. It's going to continue to decline with the negative media coverage. This is a strategic plan to gentrify and relocate the community for their agenda, not ours. So what is our agenda? That's my question. What's our agenda? What's our plan? What is our vision? And then who is the leader on this? Because I'm not the leader on this. Blanche Lee is not my area of expertise. I don't have a child that goes out there. I have kids that go to the school, kids that I know from relatives and different things, but I don't have I don't have my kids out there. Okay, but I'm concerned. It's a community school. We still have ICANN programs. Good. So you saying stop addressing the issues and fraud and stop taking it to the school board. I've never said that. Did you hear that come out of my mouth?
No, she just said we're not discussing.
I've never said that. What?
It's a criminal
Where did that come from?
We ain't discussing it.
I've never said that. I want to make sure, Steph, because you know I like to roll the clip. If I said it anywhere, let me know, okay? So, listen, there needs to be a plan and a leader put in place. And then that's the question I got. Who are the leaders in the community? Who are the leaders?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a question.
Cause like, who are put the leaders in the comments?
Who are the comments?
Stay in the comments people, with the leaders.
And who are the leaders? And the leaders in what industry?
Yeah,
what are they leading
in the
in the community?
Right now,
I want to know. Y'all tell us because
I didn't have one.
Who are the leaders?
Who are the leaders?
Who are the leaders? I want to know. Y'all drop them in the comment. Leave us some comments. Let us know in Pompano, Exit 36. Who are the leaders in the community that you look to lead when it comes to issues in the community?
In the community.
Who are those leaders that you, we as a community, you personally? It don't have to be somebody everybody agree, but give us some ideas, some people that we can look to for leadership. Because I guarantee you what's gonna happen.
We don't have enough of those conversations, and that's what we were talking about. We don't have enough conversation about the leaders. That's why we don't know who the leaders are, but we know about what's going on.
Yeah. And if there are leaders, who appointed them? That's another question that came up. I just want to know. I think that's a good question. We need to ask: who are the leaders? What are they the leader in? What industry, what area of the community are they leading in? And then my question to those leaders, what is your vision for the community when it comes to that area that you're in? Okay, so drop it in the
comments.
In the comments, and we'll get back to that.
Let's have some different conversations.
But I want to pull up. Miss Ely. Just put that image up, Miss Ely. Miss Ely, I really have to bring this up because there's a need for the reverence of who Mrs. Ely is to Pompano and was. You don't see it? Probably ain't up there. Probably ain't in there still.
I'm gonna do better next week still. I'm trying to get my flow together. I gotta do better.
We all gotta do better. That's what we talking about. Doing better. Who are the leaders? Y'all drop them in.
I know the comments are spammed with leaders.
Let us know who are the leaders. Okay. Let's see. Where?
Devin said, I am a leader, activist in the community. Devin King. I appointed myself.
Okay. So where we are?
I can get where you
I'm a leader, activist in the community. Devin King. I appointed myself. So Devin King is identify himself as a leader. Do we got any other leaders? We need to know them. I'm telling y'all, listen. We gotta tell. I'm a bridge. But I wouldn't put myself as a leader.
But you are someone.
I think DJ Sko is a leader.
Yeah, Sko is a leader. Mm-hmm. He is. Well, I consider myself a bridge. Don't underestimate the 90s hood ninjas. They are the most influential with powerful presence that can influence change through the present youth. Nava. Okay? Everybody know Nava from Pompano. Okay? They can. The question is, are they? Will they? What someone can do and what they are doing are two different things,
And are they really paying attention to what he's doing?
Kodak is a leader.
Is Kodak a leader? You're asking me, or are you proclaiming that statement?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm writing these names down. So Devin King, Nava, you say Kodak.
Mm-hmm.
Serica Peterson. Write it down. You did, yeah. Connie McGirt.
I'm hesitant to write my name. I don't even want to be.
But you got to write the names that's in the comments.
Okay, I'm writing the names that's in the comments. Okay.
Who got the mega churches?
Who got the mega churches?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. I'm writing all these names down.
Okay, Dad. Tell me the preachers.
Okay, so who are the teachers?
Kimberly Mohorn.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna stop right. Oh no, I ain't got no pastors. Who y'all say y'all want to put?
That who you said the
some
pastors.
Some of our black folks, they gotta put the pastors somewhere up in there. They always gotta be in there. We can't have a list without the pastors.
Far say leave the pastors out of it. So far, you don't think some of the pastors are leaders?
Do I think pastors are leaders?
Do you think?
I think I look, Scott, bring me in. Well, where you at? You supposed to be here tonight. Let's see, Pastor Nathan Austin. I'm gonna put that up there. We got one. We only need one. Okay, we got Pastor Austin. Okay, Pastor Austin. All right.
Pastors does some nut shit.
Okay, we got these names came from the comments here. So we got Delvin King, Nava, Kodak, Connie McGirt, Serica, Duana, Kim Duncans, Kimberly Mohorn, Pastor Austin. Okay, so
My daddy said Craig Frazier.
Craig Frazier. Okay. Now I'm gonna stop it right there, but we can keep adding. This is where I want to know, right? Where have Delvin King, Nava, Kodak Black, Connie McGirt, Serica Peterson, Dwana Robinson, Kim Duncan, Kimberly Mohorn, Pastor Austin, Craig Frazier, where have these group of leaders met together to come up with a vision in their perspective area to lead the community towards better? I'm a whole, y'all put my name on. I didn't say my name. Where is the vision from the leaders for the community to do better? Because we just named these leaders here. We ain't got a bunch of pastors on here, so we can't say it's the pastors now. So if these are the leaders that are being identified from the people, where is the vision? Where is the vision and where is the plan to implement the vision? Like, I don't like the symbolic idea of being a leader if you don't have a plan, a master plan. Master plans need 50 years. And in 50 years, you need to settle in the fact that that 50-year plan and vision that God gave you to help his people, you might not be here to see it through. Your job may just to bring it to life. But where? Come on, I want us to hold ourselves accountable, people.
Well,
like if we the leaders, why we ain't meeting and come up with what the vision and the plan is for the community?
Let's set up a meeting. And I will personally invite every leader that the community has put on this list to that meeting for them to show up so we can discuss the plan. Because we have a community meeting coming up as well where we can start putting this plan into motion.
Well, something that's not on here, somebody that's not on this list that needs to be on this list is the district commissioner. Because all these people on here black. And y'all know this the Bottom Up Podcast. I make sure to censor us. We love our non-melanated people that rock with us, the ones that rock with us.
In the comments.
But I want to make sure that we all know who the district commissioner is. And any conversation about a vision and plan for the community needs to include the district commissioner. Where is, like, we got, like, if these meetings ain't happening, we just talking.
Okay. We got one coming.
We do got one coming. We got one coming.
We
Matter of
got one
fact, I didn't
coming.
even put it in there, see, because that's why you got to upload your own shit.
We supposed to meet together so you could show me how to do it.
You right. But then now I forgot.
Listen.
I forgot.
You keep forgetting. I got.
No, I don't. Don't do me that. Okay.
I got thrown on the podcast within 3 weeks. I ain't had no one-on-one training or nothing. Here's the thing. Since
it's life. It come at you fast, Steph. It come at you fast.
Listen. Since last week when I was late, they didn't tell y'all I was here 15 minutes early.
Today, you don't get kudos for being 15 minutes early.
But after the podcast, guess what she said? Oh, okay, so this is what I need you to do. I need you to edit the photos. You're going to come up with the caption and this and that.
Yeah,
I
did do that.
One-on-one training.
I did do that. I did all that.
Nothing. Then today, 6 hours before the podcast dropped, she sent the intro, right? And said, Aisha, I need you to get with her.
Aisha. Her name Aisha.
I'm sorry, Aisha. I apologize. So I say, well, Sarah, I need to do the caption. She's responded 2 hours later.
I'm bad at text, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What you said?
Please give me grace through this. And
I will. I don't mind.
I know I really need to do a one-on-one with you. But you listen, you pompano. You know we.
I be trying, but and then let me tell you,
you be doing. You ain't trying. You doing because you came up with that caption. That caption was like Blanche Ely on the docket. I say, okay.
Yeah, because I feel like you'll be sizing me sometimes. I say, let me show you. I really do.
I do be sizing you because I know you can do it.
But still, like, here's my thing. Again, this wasn't my plan, but I was following the plan. Can I have some grace?
Yeah,
that's
always, baby.
But
always.
You know what? I appreciate it because listen,
always.
Without you responding to me the way that you do, I would continue to procrastinate. So when you do put those tasks on me and I complete them, it's like, okay, what you got next?
And it makes you feel good, like you can do it.
But then let me tell you what I challenge.
Airdrop that video you did for the meeting that the commissioner having to step.
I don't really know how to. I'm learning how to accept constructive criticism because I've dealt with a lot of people just being messy and wanting to just say things to address your flaws. So I'm learning more as I'm growing to accept constructive criticism and to critique. So when I apply it the next time, it's done properly.
You know what helped me with that? With my helping accepting constructive criticism? Working on my discernment.
And that's, you see, my message has been about working on your discernment.
When I work on my discernment, I'm able to pick up on when something is genuine or when it's not. And, you know, constructive criticism now to me, actually, any criticism, I listen, when
airdrop.
When anybody comes at me with a critique or you got something to say or whatever, and look, I take that as like, what's that character on Mortal Kombat? Every time you hit them, they got stronger. Like, I can't think of the character name right, but that's me. Like, when you come at me with something, it's just gonna make me stronger. Okay, so.
Well, it's going to your man.
I want to make sure, okay, city and county level, which district? District 4, District 5. District 5 commissioner is, in the city is Darlene Smith. District 4 is Commissioner Beverly Perkins. But when I'm talking about Blanche Ely, when I'm talking about this community, when I'm talking about the Black community, I'm being very specific. So everybody named people here. We got some names here of people. It is a meeting coming together because let me tell you, I can remember I was at a meeting. Matter of fact, it was the meeting that the county was having with the community about the $10 million, or how to disperse the $10 million that the county got from the settlement with the city. And at that meeting, I can remember it was a bunch of pastors and community leaders in there. And hear me, you know, young, just wanting, you know, a plan. This was before the master developer was chosen. I remember sitting in that room and asking everybody, hey, y'all, can we come together and really come up with a plan of how we gonna approach this downtown project before they choose a master developer so we can work together and everything. And I'm standing around with these leaders and they looking at me like I'm crazy. They look, and a lot of y'all pastors from the mega churches standing around look at me like I'm crazy. Didn't say a word, didn't open their mouth, walked out, looked down. And that's the big problem. Can we talk about that for a minute? A big problem in this community, and it ain't just Pompano, a big problem in this community is the Black elitism, the bourgeoisies, looking down on the hood people. The bourgeoisies looking down on the hood people, okay? And you see it in leadership. Because if you don't show up dressed a certain way, they look down on you. If your hair ain't a certain way, they look down on you. And that's why I purposely wear my shit nappy as hell, because I really don't care what they think. You know, if you don't walk a certain way or talk a certain way, they look down on you. They talk about you. If you ain't come from this family, if you ain't go to this school, if you ain't married to this, if you ain't
you got to marry one of these.
Oh, they got all this checklist that they need you to check off to be important or relevant or deserving. And that idea is based on a lot of you all thinking your proximity to whiteness makes you better.
And it doesn't.
It absolutely doesn't.
It actually kind of takes it down a little bit, because like,
no, because we look, they ain't even, them people,
they don't care about that.
They don't care about that.
They don't care.
You know, and that's a big problem in our community. That's a huge problem in our community. And I can't speak for any other community, but I know in our community, it's class. It's class. Class is a huge problem in our community. And as much as people want to talk about the racism, the classism within our community is just as damaging as the racism, because the classism keeps one in a position. Because listen, let me tell y'all something. Everybody want to talk about, go down there to that city. And it took for me to be in this position to look and have access to talk to people, to research, to pull up documents, to do I've always been a lover of education. So research is a love of mine. I like finding out stuff, because then I'm like, what?
Yeah, I on my way here, I said, okay, Serica gonna be the fact checker. I went to that park on the way here. Mm-hmm. I went.
You went?
I went on ahead and went. Then I was like, so Serica gonna be the fact checker. And we were at the park, and you was fact checking. I was bringing you the tea.
Yeah.
Like, so let me tell you this, the tea, so you can go ahead and get the facts.
Yeah.
And then we can let them know what it is.
Yeah.
I went to that park on the way here now.
Okay.
Nah.
But listen, I say that to say that, listen, there's a lot of mistrust in our community. There's a lot of people in our community who are looking for direction, because if you're looking at what's happening in the world, one thing that is for sure, Black people need to stick close to Black people. If y'all don't hear nothing else I'm saying, we need each other. Y'all, you ain't got to like me. I really don't give a damn if you like me. Can you use something that I'm saying? Can I be helpful to you? You ain't got to like me for me to help you, and I ain't even got to know your name, baby. I really don't. Because if you win, I win. You know what happens? You know the dynamic, you know the cycle of generational wealth and helping each other. It starts as simple as helping you win. Because if you win, your children win. And if your children win, they go out into the community and engage with other children to be more happier, to show more love. Okay? Those children engage with my children. I don't need you sending your children out angry and you done cuss them out mad because you ain't doing nothing and ain't nobody helping you. I don't need that, but I know that struggle. I absolutely know that struggle. So I feel obligated to make sure the parents are good so the children can be good, because a lot of the parents aren't good. That's why these children out here showing their ass the way they is. So I do the things I do. I put on events to let people come and let their hair down and have a good time, have a drink, laugh and joke, because sometimes that's what you need. But a lot of these kids are the way they are because the parents are the way they are. And it ain't all your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix this shit. Yeah. It's our responsibility. I see I got an inbox here. I tried to call a meeting for the Blanche Lee days, but only 3 people responded. If I had it in the tailgate setting, the numbers would have skyrocketed because that's what they like the most. It's true. But hey, that is true. That is 100% true. But it is incumbent to me that I have to be smarter than them. Because if you need a party to come find out the information, then a party it is. A party, I ain't never gonna turn down a good time. A drink, step, a little Pat Ron, a little Don Julio, a little pineapple juice. You gonna get me there every time. Look,
That's what I said. Like, what's the tea? I'm planning my next networking event. I did my event on the 11th, and I had a nice turnout. But those who want to be those leaders, I need y'all at my next.
I want to see who could get these leaders together.
I need those leaders at that next.
If these the leaders that we saying these people the leaders,
I'm gonna make sure
get them together in one room.
Yeah,
get them together in one room, and they need to come out of that room with a vision. And start to implement a plan. And it needs to be a 50-year plan.
Yep. So
because everybody on this list some of us, I know all of us on here got children, some of us got grandchildren, somebody might be having great-grandchildren, which means you need to be thinking generationally. So if this is the group of leaders that the community has identified,
I need y'all to make sure that this next meeting.
They need to be in a meet. They need to be coming up with a plan because the community is lost. The community is lost. They don't know which way to go. They don't know who to listen to. They don't know who to believe. They lost.
And the generous people in the comments thought of you guys and dropped y'all names in the comment. So we need y'all to stand up because they feel like you guys are the leaders for the community. So I am going to personally contact each and every one of you guys on that list, and we're going to set up a meeting so we can put a plan, so we can put a vision together.
So here, this what I'm gonna do. She gonna reach out to y'all. Now, if Shakay come and say, well, I ain't able to get, I'm gonna let people know. I'm gonna say, well, look, these people ain't really ready to do this. They don't want to do this. They ain't interested in to do this. And then guess what that means, community? Find yourself another leader.
Yeah, because I'm gonna
don't take it personal. Find yourself another leader.
And be like, well, I tell
this community is so behind on what is really happening, and we're distracted. We're 100% distracted. We too worried about who's sleeping with who. We too worried about what somebody got on. We too worried about who did what with who. We too worried about stuff that
don't make no money.
Make no money. That don't make you no money.
It don't make no sense.
It don't pay. It ain't never paid a bill. It ain't never paid a bill, Shakay. That's why I say people, you'll feel it. I ain't never been able to tell FPNL my heart broken. I can't pay this bill. I ain't never been able to hit T-Mobile up and say, I'm feeling really depressed today.
And FPNL don't even knock on your door no more.
They just shit automatically. You just come home, your shit is off. It's off.
You used to talk them out or give them a little check or something.
Yeah, give them a check. You giving your age away. A check. When we do checks? Listen, the community is I wouldn't say divided. The community is lost. I wouldn't say divided because I think for me, and I respect your opinion, Ms. Janice. I think we're lost. We're not divided. We're lost, and if we're all lost, how can we lead each other if we're lost?
Blind leading the blind.
I think that's what's happening here. I know more than anything for me, I want to know how can we help Blanche Ely to move itself back to the beacon that we see it.
We got DJ Sco on the line.
We got DJ Sco on the line. Look
Ms.
at that.
Peterson, how you doing?
What's up, Sco?
Hey, Mr. Sco.
Hey, man.
What's
I'm
up?
trying to get through here, man. How you doing? How y'all doing?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Man, I'm coming to the community meeting, man. I see all them leaders on that list, man. I need to see what y'all talking about so I can be a
But it's actually, I don't mean to cut you off, right? But because this is kind of, because we got to keep people out of our business and stuff. Mm-hmm. This is for Pompano, Blanche, Ely High School. I know you're a Dilla Panther. You know.
Man, listen. That's all well and said, right? But it's a community, so the community itself love me like I love them.
Yeah,
I ain't got nothing.
They do. I ain't gonna hold you. While I got you up here, I want to make sure you talk about ADO, Auntie's Day Out.
ADO, man, sir, it's been a year, man.
It has.
Yeah, we pushed up on the first year. It didn't look like we was gonna make it through the first one, so I appreciate you and everybody that's been participants and everybody that's planning on being there. It's for them. It's strictly for the aunties. You know, everything I do from the mix at 5 o'clock to if I put on a little grits in the morning, it's strictly for the aunties. You know what I mean? I love Mother's Day and Father's Day, but I love my aunties like no other.
Listen, it's definitely a vibe, and the aunties appreciate you. They love you for making sure, they have a space where they can let their hair down. They can have a good time. This Saturday.
Love on each other without looking at each other funny.
Right. Yeah, we don't do that. I don't like that.
Not with us.
I've never really been into the club vibe. I think I went to maybe.
Right.
On one hand, I can count how many clubs I've been to. I don't do the club thing, but that normally
I know you've been to the Story in Miami. I saw you down there.
Where?
Story, Miami.
Oh yeah, that was when Jeezy was in town though. Cause listen, it's something about when he come around.
She trapping in.
I get straight back. I take it back in the days. When I was.
Oh yeah, I went to the club. I'm ashamed to tell the clubs because that's definitely gonna tell my age.
Chili Peppers.
Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I know you was at Chili Peppers. I
was there.
Yeah,
Chili Peppers.
You ain't that old if I was the DJ in some of the clubs. You all right?
I was at Strawberry,
Honeycomb.
I was a little too young for Honeycomb.
I went to Honeycomb, and it was the worst experience I ever had.
That was at Honeycomb. Him and Nut.
Let me tell you what club I made it in. Pop Celebrities. Now that Celeb was a club my mom hung out.
What?
That's what I need. Hey y'all, send me some of those celeb pictures.
Okay.
Spam me with the celeb pictures, y'all. I need those pictures for my documentary. Any age, I don't care the age.
In that chair.
I got one in the chair.
In the wicker chair?
Yeah, I was like,
I was I think we need to add a wicker chair to Auntie's Day Out, man. I've been working on them gift bags. Listen. Y'all, if nobody never told y'all about Auntie's Day Out gift bag, then they're lying. They ain't never been to Auntie's Day Out.
Yeah, the gift bag is definitely a highlight for the ladies. It's definitely a highlight. Well, I tell you what, though, I want to...
moving into bigger brackets, thanks to Sarah Peterson and the Roundtable Project. So, it's our 1 year anniversary going in this Saturday. We still got tickets left, maybe a table or two left. Y'all call, hit us up. I'll get the link. So we'll probably drop the link once she's off the live. But with some of the stuff that she's pushing it into, the way where the Roundtable is taking Auntie's Day Out, man. I hope y'all ready. It's big. It's huge. I appreciate her for the move that she's making right now.
Yeah. I mean, I want to make sure you guys know Auntie's Day Out is this Saturday. It is the 1 year anniversary. My co-host, Rhonda, the bodacious one, and Nikki, the really real one, they gonna be in the building holding it down. And listen, I'm on a flyer with a bunch of Deerfield. I said Deerfield, dang.
Yeah,
I said Deerfield. They ain't Deerfield though. They the other D.
Dilla. Yeah,
they Dilla.
Deerfield down
really
there
Dilla North.
They down here tonight.
Yeah, because they ain't got no way they can do their stuff on Deerfield. I would be in Pompano too if I was a Deerfield buck. I would be right over there.
Ely is really Dilla North.
No, that ain't possible if we named y'all. How we gonna be Dilla North if we named y'all? We come first.
You know how I'm better than them older niggas?
We named y'all, so we ain't worried about it. But
we appreciate the name. We just gave y'all the swag. I can't with it.
Never that. Never that. Orange and green. Hey, my cousin hit me up. Orange drink. My cousin hit me up in my inbox wanting to fight this weekend. Go send me a meme say deep down everybody really wanted to go to Nova.
But like, hold on. All right, I'm guilty.
Nova.
I say, listen.
You know, the only thing I really know about Nova is that Nova is Avon spelled backwards.
Yeah, but I'm a little guilty.
And I
The
know that
lotion, that's it's mosquito repellent, right? If you
That's
ever had the Avon lotion, the mosquitoes stay the hell away from you.
I put some Avon lotion on while I was still married, and I still got it on. I've been divorced. That shit do not wear off, man. You can't wash that stuff off like that's.
Oh my God, skin so soft.
Listen, no, but he said
That's what you got over there. Some skin so soft.
I say,
Avon spelled backwards. That's all I know about it.
But I was one of those ones who used to be like, yeah, I'm on the wait list.
you know that's what
I feel like I'm on the wait list.
Oh my God, I say, cuz. I don't want to fight this weekend. Why is you inboxing me this? We ain't got to fight. Like,
Right.
this is what we fighting for. It's a bunch of BS. That's what he said. So listen, let me say this. Dillard Blanchard High School to historically black public schools. And it is the responsibility of the community to support these public schools. I'm challenging us. There's no reason for us to have the caliber of the talent that comes through our schools for our booster clubs not to be A-rated, number one, while our teams ain't missing nothing. Why the hell Blanchard scoreboard out? That's what I'm trying to understand. I went to the game for the first time for homecoming, and the damn scoreboard was out. I'm looking at me because I'm like, what am I doing to help the community? What am I doing to help this school? Because at the end of the day, y'all know these historically black schools, right? And look at what is happening from a federal level down to the local levels. There is a mandate to cut any DEI, anything with black, women, Hispanic, all that is out. So if we are taking the responsibility to help our schools and fill in the gap, they already done told us what the plan. They finna let these private charter schools to come right into the schools, and then where that's gonna put us, you know. So we got to really have some serious conversations, and it ain't pointing fingers, you know.
The thing is, if we both our schools right now, we need to get a little bit more in tune with the leadership. We have a new principal at Dillard. I met him, but I haven't had a conversation with him. One of the assistant principals now is a close friend of mine, so I've had more conversations with him. And dealing with the school for the first time in years, you know, our principal prior to that wouldn't even allow me on campus. And it wasn't nothing personal with, you know, me. I don't know what the issue was, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I think that if we got the right people in leadership, then we're able to contribute more to these, you know, to the school. All they got to do is call me. I love my school. I believe blue and red.
Dang, that's an odd color to bleed. But I hear you. I hear what you said.
Your bad.
I hear what you said. You know,
and the thing is, if the right people, you got the right principals or assistant principals, they're allowing you to come back and pour back into that school. I, you know, always fuss my school. They got two of the most heritage people on radio right now, and do it, which is Mia Shelby. And you've never heard of her and I hosting anything with our school. And it's just because of the leadership that value us the way that the community does.
Right. Well, I think it's
the leadership. My thing is, if we get in tune with the right leaders, and boosters, you know, so far as our school is concerned, we could probably move in a different direction. These schools are like, I remember growing up in our neighborhood, we could hear Dillard High School band from across 95. And I played basketball. I never even thought about the NBA. I wanted to play the 8 o'clock game at Dillard.
Yeah. Showtime game.
Yeah.
And you know what? My cousin was
wall.
Coming in there, Boyd Evanston, or Gibson, or the 8 o'clock game, bro.
Listen, when 6 9
that's when the gym gonna get passed. You gotta get there. Cause that's the primetime game.
Prime
Those are the
time
primetime games.
And see, I lived in Park
I remember
East.
going to the state championship and watching how Blanche Ely had to play up there, Jerry Jones and 6ix9ine, God bless him. And they took 6, 7 charter buses of fans.
Yeah.
Listen, you used to have to call Lakeland like first
We
basketball
coming.
season game. Cause
Yeah.
you know we're already going.
Yeah, we
already going before the season
We already know we're going.
It's hard to even get one side of the gym field in some of these high school basketball games.
Yeah.
My cousin.
And so that falls on us because listen, when we're saying it's hard to do that now, guess who the parents are?
Our classmates.
You talking about us?
We the parents.
We the parents.
It's us.
We the parents. So we gotta take some responsibility.
Right. You
And
speaking
guess
to the
what?
parents, huh?
A lot of y'all gotta get out your feelings. You gotta get out your feelings. Cause once you get out your feelings, you know what? You gotta get out your feelings to have this conversation because it requires intelligence. However, if you want to be in your feelings, I invite you to come to the poetry nights I'll be having. I talk about my feelings all day and night at the everybody do. We just up there talking about how we feel. That's the place for your feelings. And it's accepted. Open mic too. So come and do it up. But when we talking about the business of the community, of the school, it requires intelligence, people. Now, when I was at, because, you know, it was a point in time, you know, when my mama sent me and my brother to go stay with my grandma because I was born in Arcadia, Florida, right? So I went to school to Arcadia a couple times. Now, let me tell you what Arcadia, Florida taught me at DeSoto Middle School. DeSoto had 1 high school, 1 middle school, 4 elementary schools, okay? Think about that. 4 elementary schools, 1 middle school, 1 high school. So think about how many 5th graders going to 6th grade from all 4 of them schools. Not a lot. If they can all funnel through 1 school and 1 high school,
So
right?
what happened?
They dropping out.
At 5th grade?
5th grade.
They dropping out.
What are they doing?
It could be moving. There are a lot of migrant workers and different things there. So it could be a lot of different reasons. But I'm bringing this up because at DeSoto Middle School, they had 3 types of classes you could be in. You're either on the red team, the white team, or the blue team. It was based on your test scores, right? If you were on the red or white team, your test scores were either average or above. But if you were on the blue team, it was below. You probably had behavior issues. Never would you catch a blue team person in the class with a red team person. Never would you catch a white team person in class with a red team person. But guess what we have here on social media? We got all these people all together. So you got the people with behavior issues having conversations. They get mad and they ready to say your mama because you said no, you wrong. Your mama wrong. See, how I can have a conversation with you and you ready to tell me my mama wrong because I told you you wrong. See, I can't be in a conversation with you.
Or your mama bald head?
Yeah, your mama bald head. You
wrong? My mama bald head.
Yeah. So you never had that mixture. But here in the world, everybody's mixed up together. Then we got social media, and everybody love to go and see. I don't get involved in the back and forth on social media like that because by the time people ain't even reading and comprehending, they just responding and everything. So I don't get into that. But that's what's happening. We got people who are on different, who have different IQ levels, different intelligent levels, different emotional levels. We got unintelligent people having conversations with intelligent people, and the unintelligent people are emotionally unintelligent. They only know if they're mad or happy. They don't even know any other adverb to express their damn feelings. They don't know any mad or happy. I'm either mad or they don't know if they got joy. They don't know if they're tense. They don't know if they're a little. They don't know any of that, you know? So you got all of these mixture of people having to and then think about this. We talking about the people. And then they done went around and procreated.
Oh, Lord.
You said procreate.
This is the problem, people. This is the problem. We got unintelligent, emotionally unintelligent people procreating.
So you in your feelings and dumb. That's bad. That's real bad.
And these people often are the loudest and the wrongest. They're the loudest and the wrongest.
I'm gonna tell you
There's
something.
people that talk about I flip all this shit over in here. Damn,
Me too.
We can't have a meeting without you wanting to flip stuff over. We trying to
Me
have
too.
a community. But
Oh,
that's,
okay, my bad.
that's what happens, you know.
You gonna flip the whole table?
They're ready to flip everything.
I'm with him. I'm flip it over. Watch what I do to you. Never mind.
You know, if you flip this table over and I'm sitting like this, that's gonna be pretty messed up.
That's what
Cause I don't plan
Yeah.
on moving.
Right.
Because what you
I'm gonna
flipping
move
the
you
table
like
over?
flip it over.
See, everybody see you, Step. You know, they've been asking who.
Oh, like
Step. You see him getting the camera, he got
Oh.
Stop it.
Look at him,
I
look.
flipped a few tables, man, y'all. Don't let it fool you.
Step, you flip tables?
Yeah, back in my day.
You flip tables?
Step, you flip some tables?
We flipped a table or two last.
Listen, one thing I will say though, I
used
will
to
say
flip
this
some
about us.
tables too,
There, I think we all can agree there is a love for Pompano, there's a love for Blanche Ely, and I'm pretty sure you can say there is a love for Dillard. With these historically black public schools, the community has to do better by them because you can't count on the school board doing it. They are cutting funding, and guess what? I will tell you, when Blanche Ely made that list of possible closures, the city of Pompano let the school board know that if they are closing, we're interested in the land.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Not what we could do to stop it from closing.
No.
But y'all going to close it, we can tear it down.
They're interested in the land. And
That's crazy.
and not only that, listen, they're two separate entities. The city does not get into school board business. Just like the school board don't get into city business. But if one goes out, one has some land, they gonna go
They're
and
gonna
get
go
it.
ahead and get it.
Just like the school board over there with Dave Thomas, they're doing the workforce housing over there. So the city is partnering with them to do it because they need more housing. Okay, so listen, y'all don't. It's not personal. Say about our feelings. It's business.
This is my unpopular opinion. You know what I noticed while I've been riding past these public schools?
I can't hear you.
What I've noticed, I'm sorry. I don't know what that be about. I go to whispering and shit.
I'm trying to figure out.
I go to whispering and shit.
Cause I'm gonna tell what you saying over here.
Yeah, so what I was saying is what I noticed, and it's not important, but I noticed when they cut the funding, they had to do the landscaping because some of these schools, the landscaping is like ridiculous. And I don't know if I should pay attention to that, but like their landscaping is horrible. And some of these schools, like the grass it's not cut for months.
You go to schools that
Oh,
are
man,
closed.
No, these schools that are open.
Oh well, the funding has
Listen,
been
ladies,
cut.
I love y'all. I'm about to walk in these people club, man. It's time for me to go to work. Everybody that I did get a chance to say happy birthday to Sarah. I see you in a little while. And Auntie's there, man. Hey, yo, y'all come through. Step. Call me tomorrow, bro.
Yo,
All right, so I get it. I mean, listen, when the funding is cut, it cut from the bottom. The funding never cuts from the top. It always cuts from the bottom. So guess what? When they come in and say we cutting $21 million from the budget, guess where they finna cut from? At the bottom.
At the bottom.
They ain't cutting the salaries at the top. They're cutting it at the bottom.
Well, they think because it's an A school, it won't get cut.
What? Say that again.
I think that they think because it's an A school that
Put that thing up there where it said.
I want you to put it right there.
The image that said the superintendent said even if it's an A rating, it won't stop school closure. Broward A rating won't stop school closure. Superintendent said.
But I'm just saying, I
This was
see that
July
there's a lot of
24th
arguments.
of 2025. He was at Blanchard High School doing an interview.
That was the other day.
No, when this article came out, it was July 24th, 2025.
The other day. Yeah. It ain't like it was a long time ago.
No, it wasn't. So I'm not, no, just because it is an A rating, no, this isn't about, the grades. This is about the money. How much it cost. Is it costing us more to keep the school open? Is it a liability or an asset? I think it's an asset to the community, but it's becoming a liability to the school board. So, hey, we need to get it together, people. I said we was gonna talk about the Blanchard High School. I ain't even gonna touch on the city. We can touch on them next week. Okay, I wanted to give my full attention to my people, to Blanchard High School, my high school alma mater today. Shakay came with the tea.
I came with the tea.
So we had to address it.
I got the tea. She gonna go get the facts, and we gonna address the issue so we can get the facts out. So
well, you gonna put together this club?
Yeah, I'm definitely about to put that together.
If she can pull this off,
I need everybody who put y'all leaders in y'all comments, the ones who dropped the leaders, y'all let them know. I'm about to go ahead and set up a meeting, and you guys make sure y'all leaders show up. I need y'all leaders there, and this meeting gonna happen fast because again, we got a community meeting that's about to happen, so we can discuss the vision. So, still.
Listen, I want to see. I want you to put this promo up, Steph, and say pool. Put the pool up, and then after the pool, put up the unity. All right. So put the pool up. Shout out to Crystal. Crystal over there at Houston Swan Mitchell Moore Pool. She reached out to me and said, hey, I want you to come out to this event I'm having for adults at Mitchell Moore Pool. And I'm like, word? Okay. She told me the date. I am actually starting an erotic poetry night first Friday. So I was like, hey, I ain't gonna be able to make it. But guess what? Bottom Up Podcast got a co-host.
It's two.
Hey, we could be in two places at one time now. Look at God. Okay? So I told Shakay, and I'm like, Shakay, I need you to pull up. Shout out to Crystal. Putting together with the city of Pompano the Exit 36 25 and older pool party. It is from 7 p.m. to 11. Live DJ, food trucks, raffle. I think this is going to be dope because, Steph, I used to, because I stay in Pompano East right now, it was 53 cents to get in the pool.
It was 53 cents.
53 cents to get in the pool,
it was
baby.
53 cents.
All we had to do was shake the couch. Dig down in the couch.
And I'm getting.
I done went up the pennies and all. Drop the pennies right down there, baby. Let us in. We in here, okay?
All of us had a washer that we had to put quarters in, so we always had quarters. So during the summer, we had our 50 cents.
Yeah.
We had to go get the 3 cent out of jury box.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, don't leave the house, Leroy. Stay right here, but we going to the pool. Oh, Leroy's to the pool, too.
Yeah, we going to the pool.
We ain't had no business. And don't tell when we went.
No, listen. First of all, what's going to give it away is the fact that our fingers are going to be wrinkled because we stayed in the pool all day.
I had a Jerry curl.
Yeah. Oh, let your soul glow.
And I ain't have no more activator. And my mama had came. And she was like, you got your ass in that pool, didn't it? I ain't have no activator, so it was like, and she let me walk around like that.
I don't blame you because she told you not to get in the pool.
She told me not to get in the pool.
Okay, so next promo we got. What we got here? The McMahon Mix and Mingle Halloween fundraiser. Unity in the Community is the organization that they will be donating to. Let me tell y'all about the McMahon Mix and Mingle. Shakay went with me to the last one, right? The McMahon family has been doing fundraisers for nonprofits for years, okay? It's something their family does, and they invite you out to the McMahon, McIsland is what they call it, the McIsland, right? So Shakay, you went there. What was it like?
It was like, listen, I wanted to walk around and take pictures because I didn't, but I don't even want to be the only one. But it's like, go see it. It looks like you in a whole, like an island, and it's like waterfalls, and then it's like you got a little private area. And I hate we didn't get really to explore the backyard because it was so much. But yeah, and then it was like an all-you-can-eat buffet, and then it was like, listen, I gotta miss this event.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I might make it though. But listen, it charged $30 to get in, but all proceeds are donated to the nonprofit that's leading for that day, and this time is Unity in the Community. They work with local residents who believe that the first step in improving our city is getting to know your neighbors. So shout out to the McMahon family with the McMahon Mix and Mingle, the Poetry Jam. Listen, Shakay, I've been wanting to get back out there and perform and do my thing, right? I've been caught up in the whole community, city stuff, I have a whole nother side to me. And I wanted to get back on stage. So, the Poetry Jam in Orlando, brought to you by Touch the Mic Inc. Devery Brooks is your host.
You're about to go off.
Okay, and I am one of the special guest performances. Y'all see me, listen. This lineup is sick, and it's in Orlando, right? Listen, it's a sellout. This is gonna be a sellout. 300 seats is already. It's a vibe. I'm telling you. The last time he hasn't done an event in a while since before the pandemic. The dude just keep having babies. He just keep having babies. So I just, he be having to do stuff because he keep trying to start over and stuff, But shout out to him. Devery Brooks, y'all, the Poetry Jam, November 8th in Orlando. Y'all come and check it out. It's going to be a vibe. All right, joint workshop between the City Commission and the CRA, October 20th, 9 a.m. The reason I'm bringing this up because guess what, y'all? The Vice Mayor Fournier said she wanted to workshop the downtown again, right? So they set up a day to do her workshop. Y'all see what time it started?
Everybody at work.
But that's when she was available.
Everybody's at work.
But y'all come and let's workshop the downtown project.
Everybody at work.
October 20th. All right, what other meetings we got? We actually just had one October 14th. We're going to get into that. We'll do that next week, Shakay, because we finna wrap.
Good, I can go watch it again.
Okay. And then next week, October 28th. No, it ain't next week. That's the following week.
Be there.
October 28th, 6 p.m. Make sure y'all there. City Commission meeting. All right, y'all. Listen.
Wait, we got a clip we need to roll.
Where is the clip?
Step got it.
Oh, so you gotta tell them to roll.
I had said roll the clip, and then you had kept.
You but what clip? You gotta
we
tell
was
them.
doing the one with the community meeting.
Oh, okay. Well,
you was doing. Yeah, no, you know, I was letting you do your thing. You was in your mojo.
You're right, letting me do my thing.
You told me I sit here and I smile, and every time I keep trying to jump in, you was doing your mojo.
Go ahead. You could tell me to be quiet.
I was trying.
You ain't.
I was.
Yeah, the one you sent me.
Yeah,
the one you sent me.
Yeah.
That's the one she talking about?
Yeah.
This because that's where we left off at when we was telling the community to come out so we could get the vision. I'm gonna set up the meeting for the leaders because I need the leaders to be to this community meeting so we could talk about the vision. And Steph, I dropped it, and then after I got finished talking about the meeting, I said, Steph, roll the clip. You laughed and he rolled the clip. Trying to see what that happened at.
Be quiet.
No, I'm just saying that was my spirit. But yeah, we got to show up to this meeting. No, seriously though. So she hasn't dropped the information. She said our commissioner Beverly Perkins, she's hosting a networking workshop for the community. Roll the clip, Step. The clip ain't rolling.
The clip ain't rolling. It's jammed. What day? I think she said it was October 27th. And it's going to be at the
Senior
Center. We'll get the information to share it with you all. But yeah, it's important.
It's definitely important. So y'all make sure I'm planning a meeting for the leaders that were dropped in the comments. Each one of you guys who put out those leaders in the comments, it's your responsibility to make sure that they show up to this meeting so we can come up with a vision to present at this meeting that the Commissioner Beverly Perkins is having for the community, so we can get to talking about this downtown project. Because again, we're in the fourth quarter. The time is now, and it's time to get to it. It's the time is now. So again, Johnny's not dealing with apples anymore. It's history for the apples. We're trying to figure out the $2 billion, and now the resources are here for us to create that generational wealth or set a foundation for the next generation. So I need those leaders. Let me see. All right, so I have Delvin King, Nava, Kodak, Connie McGirt, Serica Peterson, DeWanna Robinson, Kim Duncan, Kimberly Mohorn, Pastor Austin, and Craig Frazier. This is the list of the leaders from the community. I need you guys to make sure these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is the number. 10 is the number. I was just told 10 is the number. I need these 10 people to show up at that meeting so we can discuss a vision for the downtown Pompano project. So that's all I got for y'all. That was the tea I brought to you by me.
All right, y'all. Listen, we kept it going a little longer tonight, but we're going to wrap it up. We will see you all next Thursday, 7 p.m. Y'all know this where you come and get your news, get your information, find out what's going on. All things Black history, Black people, Black cultural, you know. Step, we got an outro.
And if y'all got something y'all want to discuss, drop it in my inbox. Let me know so I can get them facts checked.
Because she going to bring me the tea, y'all.
Look, whatever it is y'all want to discuss and y'all need to know and y'all want the facts, drop it. Let me hear it so we can go ahead and get those facts.
It's the outro should say clip 2. I did send that to you. I sent that, airdrop that to you. But in the meantime, I want to make sure you all know again that we have meetings that you all should be to. Okay, commission meetings, CRA meetings. Find out what's going on in the community and how can you help. Trust me, it's enough work and enough blame to go around. It ain't just one person. It's enough to go around. Okay? In the meantime, between time, I love y'all. Y'all stay dangerous, stay black, and stay down. All right.
Like Ryan say, peace.
Roll the clip. Well, listen, gentlemen, I thank you. Any last words you all want to say about this project in this community and how we need to move forward?
Well, the only thing I want to say is stay the course. Get out just like you're doing and talk to the people, stay the course. Because we have ideas. When I say we, I mean the community has ideas, but they got to feel comfortable talking to you. Mm-hmm. Now, I honestly feel comfortable talking to you. At first, after reading that thing on here, I was almost scared. I said, oh, whoa. But now, we can converse. Mm-hmm. And Brandon is on the same course I'm on. Mm-hmm. We want to see something that can thrive in our area, and we move on. Because Pompano is the place now. The guys, when I was a commissioner, they used to say, what exit do you get off at I-95 where you see nothing but an apartment building? And it's Pompano.
When I think of love, I think of the war being over. Weapons of mass destruction finally being destroyed, one machine at a time. Because you are the one, Trinity, be my infinity. Never let me go far beyond the flesh that holds us. Let's encode our code into the cheat code. We so encrypted the way we slip in and out of spaces without folks knowing our IP address. Hell, we're intellectual property with the patent and the copyright. We so right that we could be white, labeled, franchise. Hell, baby, we're brand new to this side of love, that free love. That you're not my property, I don't own you type. Cause I'm honored to know you, to be in your presence is a gift. Because you don't owe me anything, and I don't owe you either. But I thank you for your time. I really want you to be my person.
I am a lover, come and discover. Foxes and wolves and birds and nests. When we in a zone, yeah, we both can rest. Gonna rest. Joy and pain, sunshine and rain. Joy and pain, sunshine. And since it's gon' rain, we gon' be alright.
Chillin' enjoy the way I grew in pain. I wanna laugh regardless, it's a game. Let's play, let's stay, let's get high. All up in the stuff like we started in the sky. Light signs, love lines, written by the hands of God at one time, two times.
Tell me, Neo, will you come back for me? Or let me sleep in a bed of lies because you're too afraid to face your fears with us? There's no need to fight each other. Too many secret agents sent out to destroy us. We're not each other's enemy. We love God, life, time, and our family. Well, not all of them, but you know the ones that stood in the fire with you. Them Shadrach, Meshachs, and Abednegos. Our number one goal is to be free of all the negativity. Ain't no bad vibes around here. There's no need to fake it around me. Because I know what it's like to feel like you can fly, but the system keeps trying to put you in boxes and cages. But we eagles soar anyways. We stand for something. We only fall on our knees to give thanks that we made it out the matrix. I mean, I said all that because, like, that's what I think about when I think about love.